What is going on, Reds? Today's podcast is proudly supported by the legends over at manscaped.com. These are the best in male below the waist grooming, and let me tell you, they are unbelievable. I used to use an old face trimmer to do me balls, and the amount of times I'd snag myself, I'd cut myself, and it just looked like a mess when it was done. But Manscaped, they don't have none of that. Oh, no. They have got a brand new lawnmower 3.0 with a 7,000 RPM motor. Right, it's got 90 minutes runtime, and the best feature about it all, it's waterproof. You haven't got to shave your balls anymore and then try and clean it up and put it all in the bin. You stand in your shower, you have your shower on, and you just shave away. All your hairs go down the plug hole with the water. It's just so easy. And then when you get out, you put some ball deodorant on, put some ball toner on, and you know what? Your balls smell heavy. It's nearly summer. You don't want a smelly gooch now, do you? You can get 20% off and free shipping with my discount code REDS. That's 20% off and free shipping with discount code REDS. You know your balls will thank you. Now let's get into the podcast.
The Redscast Podcast.
It is the Redscast Podcast. There's me, Matty Jay, after the Reds have been defeated yet again. I'm joined today by Jay. How are we doing?
I'm alright, yeah. Sound. Weren't great, was it?
Nah, shocking.
Is that a new intro?
There's a new intro. Do you think?
See the way I've got people onto that now.
Yeah, I got told off for copyright by Steve Hunter. The commentaries from Liverpool. But yeah, another defeat. How are we?
Do you know what? I come honest, I don't even watch the games. I missed the first half an hour of it, but I was led to believe it was absolutely horrendous. And then the stuff that I did watch was absolutely awful in the first half.
Yeah.
Just couldn't keep the fucking ball, could they?
Nah, well, Keita was real bad. You would drop them. No matter, you're a footy coach. Yeah.
Thanks for that.
In training, someone trains dead well, but you know realistically they're not that good in a match. Would you throw them into a Champions League quarter final against Real Madrid?
Me and you had this, didn't we? In the group chat where you said apparently he was dead good in training, but it's not a Champions League quarter final, right? How is anyone meant to get in the team if they don't train? If they're training well and he thinks, nah, I'm not playing him anyway? How does anyone get into the team if he's trained well all week?
Yeah, but it's a Champions League quarter final.
Yeah, but that's what they're training for. So if he's trained well and he's looked good, then obviously he's going to play. You don't know who's trained well or who hasn't trained well. Do you know what I mean? Thiago could have been awful in training all week, so he's thought, nah, he's not quite up to it. In hindsight, he shouldn't have played him because he just weren't up for it, and we did miss a little bit of that passing from Thiago, really. But even when he come on, I thought there was points where he just like, you give the ball away too easy.
But then he also changed the game as well when he came on.
Yeah, he changed it. Or was it just him who changed it, or was it the fact that he must have got absolutely bollocked at half time and they've come out a completely different side, like Liverpool always do?
I could see that, like, because they were bad. You think of that Villa game, the start of the season, it was probably the worst performance I've seen since that, which is a joke.
Yeah, it's not great, like, it's a 3-1 in the first leg, but it's one of them. You've got to go again. As my mate who's stood behind the fucking lights there wouldn't come on because he flapped it, said about the Barcelona one. You know, you just got to take hope from that.
Do you think we can do it though, with no fans and that?
No. No, let's be realistic. We haven't played well all season. I think there's been bright sparks like Arsenal away, Tottenham away, and West Ham away. I don't think we played well at home all season. We haven't played well all season. But spells where we've looked decent, where you come away and you think, oh yeah, the Reds are back, and it's like, maybe not 3 days later.
Can we win the Champions League then?
You never say never, do you? But it's not looking great, is it? If we get past these, then I'd be confident in the semis. But again, having no fans doesn't help.
With no fans though, obviously that's how we won it, in my opinion, 2 years ago with fans, especially the Barca game. So Real Madrid are coming into this. Do you think that, obviously you said a few weeks ago about Klopp making mad comments when Liverpool get beaten, he's made this mad comment about it not being a proper ground. Do you reckon that could come into effect, or is he just chatting?
It's obviously different with no fans, but it's been like that for a year now. It's not as if like they've had 40,000 people in every week and then all of a sudden it's empty again. But it's like I said to you, Liverpool played absolutely fucking awful. in the first half, and people are talking about what Klopp said after the game. They're not talking about how awful Liverpool played or how bad Keita was. They're talking about what Klopp said. So he's done what he always does. He's deflected the tension off the team to him, which is really good management for me.
Yeah, it looks bad on him, doesn't it?
What?
Looks bad on him, doesn't it?
Yeah, but he's not asked, is he?
Yeah, I suppose. Like, but I mean, out the stadium, do you think that actually has come into play? Played in like, because it is a training ground.
Yeah, that's where they train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it has. I think it'll come into play at Anfield as well. I think that's why Liverpool have been bad at home all season, because there's no one there, and when they're playing really, really bad, there's no one there to get. There's not 52,000 people in the ground giving them that uplift of, nah, let's fucking have a go. It's like they've got to get themselves up for it. It shouldn't be hard, like, but obviously it is.
When you looked at that team going into the game, the Real Madrid team, surely you thought, easy that.
No, it's never easy against Real Madrid. Look at the midfield: Toni Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric. Modric won the Ballon d'Or. Kroos should have won the Ballon d'Or, and Casemiro's a really good player. So that Toni Kroos ran the game.
Yeah.
So it's like to say that, oh yeah, it was easy because they haven't got the two main centre halves. No, because the two centre halves aren't the best players.
No, but in terms like Liverpool have blamed that whole season that we've had no Van Dijk and no Gomez. Real Madrid in the same position as us yesterday.
But our centre half is our best player. Van Dijk's Liverpool's best player.
Reckon?
Yeah.
Over Salah as well?
100%.
I agree with you.
He just absolutely marshals the whole team. It all comes from him.
But then Ramos is sort of like a Van Dijk for Real Madrid, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's not as good, is he? Toni Kroos and Luka Modric are Madrid's best players for me. Benzema maybe.
Yeah.
He's up there as well.
But when we go into the game, I just thought, their midfield's finished. It's old. Like 36, Modric, isn't he? Kroos is what, 30 odd? I just thought our easy game, our midfield should have ran circles round.
We all thought when the draw came out that we'd got the easy draw, but the way Liverpool had been playing, nothing was ever going to be easy, was it? Even me, when the draw came out, said, oh yeah, it could have been worse. We could have had Bayern or City or someone like that. But when you look at it, imagine playing Bayern with the way that we played the first half.
Imagine playing Porto.
We'd have probably got beat.
I think they'll still beat Chelsea.
I don't.
No.
Porto seems to get to like the quarters and then just go and just absolutely crumble every year.
I mean, if Chelsea get through to the semis, it's match made in heaven to play us, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say match made in heaven, like, but I'd be confident going into that against them. I know they slapped us at Anfield, but you're always confident going into a semi.
West Brom slapped them.
Aston Villa slapped us.
I'd rather get slapped by Villa than West Brom, though.
It doesn't really matter, does it? West Brom, did they beat us or did we draw?
Drew, didn't we?
We drew.
Beating them. Wasn't it 1-0 then? They scored in like the 88th minute or something, that header.
I'm not sure. I know
it was Big Sam's first game.
It was just Allardyce, a typical fucking fat Allardyce performance, wasn't it? But yeah, it's disappointing, but you just got to go again, haven't you?
I think we beat them in Anfield, though. I reckon that more of their team could get ruled out with COVID, couldn't they? If Iran's got it.
You don't know, do you? Cause again, it's a hope and a if and a maybe, but I can't see us keeping them out at Anfield. And realistically, we've got to. I can't see us winning 2-0. I can't see us scoring 2 goals. I can't remember the last time we fucking scored 2 goals.
Last time we went to Anfield was December.
Yeah.
December 19th, I think it was, against Tottenham.
Yeah, so even then, we scored 2. So it's a tough one, like, but if they do it, then you're confident, aren't you, going into the semis? You'd have that boost of we were 3-1 down, but we've managed to turn it around and we'll go again.
If we do get through, then do you reckon we can win it? Do you reckon whoever wins out of us in Madrid wins the whole thing, basically?
No. Personally, I think City will win it. I hope they don't, but I just think it's written for them because of Aguero's leaving. They're absolutely flying on all the other fronts.
Isn't Lewandowski back though for the semi?
I don't know.
Because if he's not back, that's how they win. Because Bayern looked poor against PSG without him.
I didn't watch it, didn't see it.
Yeah, they were poor. They had Chachopo Mutong playing up front for them.
What a name.
The one, wasn't he at...
Not Arsenal.
Might have been. No, that was Gnabry. They had some... I can't think who it is. They had PSG had Jessica Gay playing. from Everton, but that Choupo-Moting, I'm sure he played for someone mad, like Southampton or something.
Yeah.
Or something. And he was up front for them.
Mad saying around that.
Apparently Bayern Munich are linked to Karius as well, you know.
All the best. So, yeah.
Nah, he's alright, Karius. Would you rather have Karius as your number 2 or Adrian?
I'd rather have him. As my number 2.
Nah, I reckon Karius is better number 2 than Adrian.
Oh, no. That lad will never, ever, ever be forgiven. In my eyes, he ruined one of the best days I've had. Honest, ruined it. And costing the Champions League and that, but
Nothing to do with your night, no.
no, not to do with my night, no.
What about Mane then? Do you think he should be dropped? Because loads of people are on Bobby's back. Bobby's been dropped. You know, say Mane should be the one dropped more than Bobby.
I think it's funny in it how much people, or like how bad people's memories are, because when you think about it, how good has Mane been for the last 4 years? I think he didn't lose I'd lost a home game for 4 years. That's not him, but that's like just a really good stat.
Yeah.
Like last season, we were saying he's probably one of the best players in the world. Even earlier on this season when he was playing all right, and now because he's having a bad patch, it's drop him, sell him. What? It's like, come on.
Out the front three though, if one needs to go, if Mbappe is doable, you aren't keen on it like it being doable, but I think it's doable. I think it's more or less done. Which one would you rather go out that three?
Firmino.
Would you?
No, I don't know. Maybe, probably, I don't know. Salah.
See, I always say Salah, but then you think like his
You say
stats-
Salah, but then you look at his goals to games and stuff.
He scored more than Henry.
I think he scored like 95 goals in 150 games, something
Yeah.
like that, something stupid like that.
Done it quicker than Henry.
Yeah, it's a mad stat. Like, it's a hard question, that. To be fair, get rid of Wijnaldum and sign Mbappe.
Well, Alden's going anyway, but what do you think about that, giving him the captaincy? Because loads of people are comparing it to Coutinho and that, but Coutinho was different because he faked an injury. I don't think you could fault Gini's loyalty in terms of like his cause for the club, but then he's leaving, so should he be handed the captaincy?
Who would you give it to, though?
Robertson, Salah, people who've captained the countries.
It's not a bad point. I don't look at all stuff like that, me. I don't think that's like a big thing. I think that's been asked to me before on here. I'm sure you've asked me that before about Wijnaldum, I think before the City game.
Yeah.
About him being captain. That's not something that bothers me. I'm not bothered. I don't look and think, who's the captain today. It's not a big thing for me, that. It's like, if
Well, I mean, with him going, he's more than just going now.
well, I've watched it. I think it's on that 30-year wait documentary where they say like there's a group of they have like a group, like a WhatsApp group of like 4 or 5 players who they class as like the senior players and the leaders, and Wijnaldum's in it. So if Henderson's not there, Milner's not there, Van Dijk's not there, Wijnaldum's obviously the next player. I don't know who the fifth one would be, but that's just something that I've heard either on a documentary or something that I've watched where they say that there's 4 that all the players look up to in that. So if you look into that, then it's got to be Wijnaldum, but it's an alright point to say because he's leaving, you don't give him it. But then, yeah, I don't really look at that. It doesn't bother me.
I think next year, Virgil's the captain more than Endo. If we go and buy people we're linked with in midfield, where does Henderson get into that midfield? If you've got like Fabinho, Thiago, and say that Gravenberch back from Ajax or that DePaul from Udinese, where's Henderson get in? I love him, but where's he get in?
It's a tough one again, but I think we've been awful in midfield without him.
Yeah,
and you know yourself, I've hated him at points, but he's one of our best midfielders.
It's a bit like, not comparing him to Gerrard, but it's a bit like Gerrard in the sense of, when he was past it and he started fizzling him out, but we were crap without him with Rodgers. And it was, you think about that time he benched him against Real Madrid in the Champions League and we missed him massively. Is now the time Henderson probably will start getting faded out, do you reckon?
No, he's in his prime, isn't he? So if he's going to fade him out, you might as well just sell him, which I don't think he'll do because he likes him, doesn't he? But yeah, I don't see him taking the captaincy off him. I think it'll be like he's the club captain, but if he's not playing, Van Dijk or Milner, I can see Milner being phased out.
I don't think he stays. I don't think he leaves anyway, Henderson. I think he retires at Liverpool.
He's only, what, 26, 27?
Henderson?
Yeah.
Nah, he's like 31,
Is
know. Yeah. He's past his prime now.
Looks well in.
I think he's 31. I'll find out I'm sure he's 31, 32. Because he had, after he won the Champions League in Madrid, it was his birthday, if you remember, because he's 31 in June.
Yeah, that's your prime, no. 27 to 30, 32 is your prime, where you're at like your absolute peak and you're playing your best footy.
Unless you're James Milner.
Unless you're a really good fucking footballer. I mean, like the likes of Ronaldo, who's still in his peak and he's 36. Milner's decent. I would rather Milner play than Wijnaldum at the minute.
What about Nat Phillips then? You wasn't his biggest fan.
I wasn't.
A few weeks ago.
He's an absolute rockhead at the back, though, isn't he? Just heads anything.
He was poor against Madrid, but I think you expected that, didn't you? It's Nat Phillips going up against Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's levels, isn't it? Nat Phillips is a good footy player, but he's not Benzema level, where he's going to contain Benzema all game, or he's not the level of a Van Dijk or a Gomez, where you can absolutely full on rely on him and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, neither's that Kabak. I thought the stuff I did see that Kabak, he looked alright.
He's man of the match, maybe, against Real Madrid.
He's only a kid though, and he's only what?
20.
It's mad how you know all the ages. Yeah.
Research, Jay.
There was a couple of times where on my way home when I was driving, well, not driving, but like, when you're on your phone at the traffic lights and you're looking and it says like Kabak's just saved, or Kabak's just stopped a good chance for Madrid, or Kabak's just intercepted or a good chance for Madrid, and you look and you're thinking, oh, he must be playing well. And then you get in and your fella tells you, no, we're playing absolute shite. Yeah,
the whole team was terrible, but I think Kabak was the spark, really, out of the whole poor performance. He was decent. He was decent. But then I think we can get him for like 9 million. So for me, it's a no-brainer in a sense of Matip's one of the best in the world when he plays, but...
Just absolutely made a class.
Yeah. So what, would you not sell Matip? Easy get 15 mil for him, and then get Kabak in 9 mil as your third choice, who's fit, young, eager to learn.
I don't know. I don't really. Yeah, probably. I don't really think about that though. Do you know what I mean? That's more for like in the summer and stuff. I'm just more asked about: are we going to get the top 4? Are we going to win the Champions League? Are we going to get through in the Champions League?
Do you reckon we will get top 4?
If you go off the performance against Arsenal, then yeah, I do. If you go off the first half against Real Madrid, then no, I don't. Not at all. But it seems to be our season. We have a boss performance and everyone's back and everyone's thinking, yeah, sound that. And then the game after, we're absolutely awful. So it's like a confidence thing of, whereas last year we got better and better and better and better and better until lockdown. And then we were shit. I don't think we've played well since the game before lockdown, the Bournemouth game.
That Everton game was abysmal, wasn't it? First game back.
Awful. When I think we were in mine, weren't we?
Yeah, we could have won the league against Everton at Goodison and them.
And we were just awful. Worst game of footy I've seen. Like I said, you can probably count on 2 hands how many times Liverpool have actually played really, really well. The Chelsea game, the day they lifted it. Tottenham and West Ham this season. Tottenham at home, Tottenham away, West Ham away. Arsenal, home and away. I think we played well at home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is the run into the season, we've only really got Villa and then United. Unless you want to count Leeds in the sub-team.
Got West Ham as well, I think.
No, we played them the other week, didn't we?
Did we?
Yeah, we played them the other week.
At home?
Away.
I'm sure we've got them at home.
Have we, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that their top 4 surge is doable?
I think that not having any fans in is massively helping them. I think it's helping other team. Well, I thought it was helping Everton, but they seem to be absolutely shite at home.
Everton are always crap though, aren't they? No, we don't play West Ham again us now. We've got Villa, then Leeds, then Newcastle, then United, then Southampton, then West Brom, then Burnley, then Palace.
Wow.
All the teams that you'd expect to win, but we've been crap against this year.
Yeah. Newcastle will be at home only because we played them away. Southampton will be at home because we played them away.
West Brom's away.
But then I'd rather have games away at the minute.
West Brom's away. Villa's at home. West Brom's away. Leeds is away. Newcastle's away. United's away.
Leeds will be a tough game. I like Leeds, yeah.
Yeah, but they come out and attack. You don't think when teams do that against Liverpool, we batter them.
I like Leeds. Leeds are a good team. I love that Calvin Phillips. I tell you that all the time, don't I?
Yeah. It's a mad one for you. What's Aguero to Leeds? Bielsa's there.
He won't go there.
Not
I don't think he'll play in the Premier League. He'll go back to Brazil.
reckon,
Not Brazil, Argentina.
Or Barca. Keep Messi there.
Not even that. I think he's past it though, isn't he? Not past it, but
Yeah, but
he's got to be looking for what, like his last big payday.
I think everyone thought that about Suarez though this summer. He's free, past it. Now he's the league's top scorer.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, Atletico going to win the league.
I know. You can tell how much Spanish footy I watch. Yeah, I can't see him going to Leeds. Like, I think that'd be a massive, a fucking big mad one. I did see a picture online of him in an Everton kit though, so the Blues must think he's going there. I've also seen a picture of Neymar in an Everton kit. So,
what do you think about Richarlison actually? After Madrid beating us, putting a picture on with him and Vinicius Junior. Like,
I think he's an absolute tit. I think he's the most overrated player Everton have got.
Yeah.
He's so bad, and he just doesn't learn. So he's put that up to get a big laugh, but he was absolutely awful on Sunday or Saturday.
He was watching the highlights of himself, weren't he, as well, the other night?
Must have lasted all of 1 minute.
Yeah,
that highlights thing.
People forget they paid 50 mil for him.
He's so bad. He's not so bad. He's all right, but he's not as good as he thinks he is. Not as good as the Blues think he is either. What do you think, Mike?
Well, before we go on to the Villa game then, Trent, he had a few good games. The Arsenal game, world class. 20 minutes in the Madrid game, I think he was decent, played an unbelievable pass. But he's always been weak defensively, hasn't he? So I don't understand why it's getting highlighted more now.
I hope he doesn't go to the Euros. I hope none of our players go to the Euros.
Henderson probably will.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he's injured.
I do myself.
Yeah, because I hope none of our players go simply because it just gives them more time to rest and things. Because they've got this Euros this summer, then another full season, then the World Cup. So it's like, when are they going to get a break? So I hope none of them go.
The World Cup's next December, isn't it? December, because it's in Qatar.
Oh yeah, it's in the winter, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it with the league, but it's next December.
Another fucking mad one, but yeah, I hope none of them go. Genuinely, I was made up when Trent wasn't in the England squad, and all these people, well, why isn't he in the England squad? He should be the first choice. Shut up, not asked. Like,
I mean, for England, I think defensively he's not the best out the choices that Southgate's got, but
depends what way Southgate wants to play. How mad is it that Southgate's got the England job, by the way?
Yeah, considering how many, this is as good as what they used to call the golden generation, the players they got now.
It's like the man got Middlesbrough relegated, but he's the best option for the job. I'm not asked, to be fair, but I just think it's weirdly mad that he's.
Well, what's happening in the Euros is Van Dijk to score. England's get the final. Van Dijk to score in 93rd minute stoppage time winner against them. So
I'm going to follow the Scottish, me. On England in Scotland's group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm going to get a Scotland flag. Yeah, watch.
Holland got a better chance, like, but if Van Dijk's fit.
Yeah, but we like the Scots, don't we?
Yeah, we have words from our sponsors, and then we'll be back talking about Liverpool Villa. What is going on, Reds? Today's podcast is proudly supported by the legends over at manscaped.com. These are the best in male below the waist grooming, and let me tell you, they are unbelievable. I used to use an old face trimmer to do me balls, and the amount of times I'd snag myself, I'd cut myself, and it just looked like a mess when it was done. But Manscaped, they don't have none of that. Oh, no. They have got a brand new lawnmower 3.0 with a 7,000 RPM motor. Right, it's got 90 minutes runtime, and the best feature about it all, it's waterproof. You haven't got to shave your balls anymore and then try and clean it up and put it all in the bin. You stand in your shower, you have your shower on, and you just shave away. All your hairs go down the plug hole with the water. It's just so easy. And then when you get out, you put some ball deodorant on, put some ball toner on, and you know what? Your balls smell heavy. It's nearly summer. You don't want a smelly gooch now, do you? You can get 20% off and free shipping with my discount code REDS. That's 20% off and free shipping with discount code REDS. You know your balls will thank you. Now let's get into the podcast. Yeah, nice one to Manscaped for sponsoring today's podcast. Don't forget you can use discount code REDS for 20% off everything. Moving on to the Villa game.
Well, in the lads.
Fix your wire there. I think it's come out. There we go. Can I hear it sound?
Am I on?
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
What do you think about the Villa game then? Confident?
No, because it's a home game and Liverpool don't do well. Right there, yeah. Liverpool don't do well at all.
Do you think they'll beat us as bad as they did?
No, it won't be a 7-2, will it? I think it'll be a good game, to be fair. They haven't got Grealish, have they? But they had a decent team, Villa. Don't mind them.
when we played them and got beat 7-2, we had Gomez and Van Dijk, you know. We had a full strength team.
Yeah. That was the mad thing, wasn't it? About like Liverpool was actually Liverpool who won the league last year and they absolutely spanked us. But I just think we had Adrian in goal.
Yeah.
And there's that clip, isn't there, where like he comes for a cross and just completely misses it. They hit the bar and Carragher says, "What's going on here?" It's like, but he's laughing when he says it because it was just like, I remember being in a boozer and it was full of blues and like they weren't even taking a piss, they were just laughing. It was like, even I was laughing. I was like, what's happening here?
But the midfield that started that game was the one that started against Real Madrid. Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Keita.
I think there'll be a lot of talk about the 7-2, but I just think it was an absolutely mad off day, like a really off day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't look too much into that 7-2, but if it happens again, then I'll be very worried.
But even with Alisson, he hasn't been on form this year.
Since he got that fucking moustache.
What's
that about?
He shaved it off, bro.
It's like an absolute 80s porn star.
It was meant to be something like, I think his dad had the moustache.
I said that when someone asked me, and I was like, I think his dad had the moustache. Didn't know, like.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something to do with his dad, but he shaved it off now anyway. He looks like a kid again.
Fantastic. I'd rather him look like. No, that sounds a bit weird, that, doesn't it?
I mean, a few people actually shaved him, was he in after he'd done it, which I seen on Twitter, which was mad.
Shaved or what?
He gave himself a moustache after Alisson did.
Weirdos. Absolute weirdos.
Speaking of social media, actually, before we go on to the Villa game, Trent and Keita, loads of racist abuse after the Real Madrid game. Teams are now blacking the social medias out, deleting social medias. I think that's the way to do
it. I think it's very sad that that's what they've got to do, because no one should have to come off social media because they're getting racially abused. And it's probably, I think we've spoke about this before, haven't we, where it's like people who haven't got their real name or the real picture of themselves. It's like LFC Lowry with a picture of the live bird who's racially abusing someone. How low have you got to be to racially abuse someone? Because they're playing bad at footy.
Do you think the thing where they're saying that you've got to attach your ID to make social media would work though?
I think I half don't get the arguments of these social media companies need to do more. I think it's very hard to track someone, I think.
So yeah, Aston Villa, missing Grealish, how big's that?
He's their best player, isn't he? So it's like, it benefits us, but then do they come with, a point to prove that they can play without him? I think they've done alright without him.
Yeah, they haven't done bad. I mean, they got beat the other day, didn't they? But they haven't been.
Villa in it, they're not fantastic, but they've done alright.
Exceed everyone this year, aren't they?
Yeah, considering they nearly went down last year, but yeah, Grealish will be missing, but it's better for us. But then, like I said, do they come with a big thing to prove?
Would you have Grealish? I've seen loads of people linking him to Liverpool. I think he'll cost about 100 mil. English, they're their best player, doesn't really need to leave them. They're minted anyway.
Do we need him?
Nah, but to be honest, he reminds me a bit of Coutinho.
Yeah, but if you're getting all these players, and I've seen loads saying that Coutinho's going to come back, and it's like, if you're getting like these Haalands and the Mbappés of the world, do you need the Jack Grealish? I mean, he's been linked with United for about 10 years.
I think it's money with them. Because Villa don't need money, do they? They've got rich owners, so they don't need to sell them. So they'll just charge whatever they want, 150 mil.
It's like when we talk about that Phillips, and you say they can just charge whatever they want for him. Because my point's always, well, when the album's going, that Phillips for me, he's the perfect replacement. Yeah. But then, like you said, they can charge 120 million if they wanted.
Yeah, because he's English.
Because he's English, and they all know that Liverpool will have the money to pay it. So,
is that the only player you'd take out the Prem at the minute, Phillips?
No, not the only one. The only realistic one who you can think of and say, well, yeah, I think he'd benefit our team and we could probably afford him. Because you'd obviously take the De Bruynes and Phil Fodens and players like that, Mason Mount.
I don't like him,
A lot of people say that. I like him. I think he's decent.
He's decent, but I think he's overhyped.
He's one of the best players in a decent team. Do you know what I mean? They're not outstandingly good.
I think they need a big shake-up this summer more than us. I think your Verners and that will probably go.
I don't think they'll have a big shake-up because they spent loads of money in the summer. And I mean, like hundreds of millions of pounds. And then they do what they always do. They sack the manager, who's brought all them players in, but then expect... He's done well, Tuchel, since he come in. But they expect instant results with players who he hasn't bought.
I mean, I think Werner and Havertz will do better under Tuchel with the German link, but we got the well better deal, didn't we, getting Jota?
Yeah, 100%. If you look at Werner and you think, I'm made up, we never paid all that money for him because he's been awful. He scored 2 goals.
Yeah, we got the exact same money we got Jota. The only difference being that because Jota, we bought him, you can pay over like 3-4 years. Werner, because it was release clause, was like...
It had to be done there and then. But yeah, I'm made up, we never signed him because he is awful. What do you think, Mike?
But yeah, going into the Villa game then. What would you... Is it a must-win?
Yeah, every game now to the end of the season is must win because we're relying on other teams to slip up.
But if we didn't get Champions League football, would you like us to play in the Europa League or the Conference League?
I'd like us to... Europa League, I wouldn't mind it because I had that trip to Switzerland for the final and it's a boss day out. So, and it's a trophy at the end of the day. And it's a different route into the Champions League, but it's not the end of the world if they don't qualify.
What about the Conference League then? If we don't finish in the Europa League spots, Conference League's 7th now, I think, or 6th.
No, let's not even think about going down that route. A competition that no one knows about. You're going to be playing the absolute dregs of like Albania.
Yeah, and Kazakhstan.
Yeah, teams like that. I think if Liverpool went in it, they'd probably piss it.
I don't know, there's still some good teams in it. Just like your Fenerbahce's and that from Turkey, like big teams that aren't getting in the Champions League and stuff. Even Rangers, maybe. I mean, they'll start in the Champions League qualifiers. We could get them, couldn't we? Because if we finish 4th, we have to go through the qualifiers, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't want us to get them. I think they beat us at the minute.
They beat us at the minute, but then it's next season, so you'll have the summer to get ready and stuff. So it's not let's get the season over with,
With this summer, though, obviously pre-season's massive for seasons going into it. The Reds can't exactly have a proper full-on pre-season this year, can they?
No, so it goes back to my point before of... Well, no, it doesn't actually, because the World Cup's in the winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's another summer where you'd only have half your squad. So...
When's the AFCON? Is that this summer?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's not have half your players for most of the pre-season, and then you've got to get them play... To be fair, they'll be staying fit anyway. They'll have 2 weeks off and then they come back. But then it's like, in that 2 weeks off, did they do anything? So it's a big pre-season, like, because they can't... I don't think you're going to be afforded another season like we've had with the patience that people have got.
I don't think FSG would let them go. I think fans will get on the back because I've already seen fans calling for them to go now, which is
pathetic. Mad. Absolute joke.
Mad. The whole social media is just mad around Jurgen at the minute. I don't understand it. He's easily the best manager since Paisley.
Probably the best manager in the league. You can say all you want about Pep and Mourinho and like managers like that, but they do it on a big budget. Klopp's come in and done it on shoestrings. You can say
Dortmund as well,
but you can say like, oh, he's paid this for Van Dijk and he paid that for Alisson, and but he had to get the money in first, so they had to take 140. They had to sell the best player to be able to buy these players in, and then finish in 4th 2 seasons running, brings the dough in, and then you get those players in, you win the Champions League, brings dough in, and then who have we bought since then? Thiago and Jota.
And Adrian.
Free.
That's it.
That summer after we won the Champions League, everyone was fuming because we didn't buy anyone.
Who did we get?
Adrian.
And Tsimikas. Was he been here a year now? Is this summer actually?
Last summer. Even last summer, we didn't buy anyone right up until the end of the window.
Thiago and
Jota. It was like the last day, like the last couple of days of the window.
Do you think then that FSG investment, that Redbird with LeBron James, helps us financially, or do you reckon that's going straight into the stand?
Someone told me the stand's only costing 70 million and they've put like 530 million in. So, you know what I mean? It's got to go. It's going somewhere, isn't it? It's not just all going on the stand. I think it'd be stupid if you don't use that money to fund buying players. But, you know, like we said in the City one when Paul was on, every club's been hit massively with what's going on.
Well, Pep said they aren't replacing Aguero.
Yeah, but Pep says stuff all the time. Pep says that they're not
Can
buying.
you see them going all out there and replacing them? Because I can't.
I can.
If they win the Champions League, maybe.
Oh, I can. Pep said a couple like last summer, we're not buying anyone. And they bought 2 centre halves and a full back.
Like 150.
For like nearly 300 million. And he's like, oh, we haven't got the money. We haven't got the money to spend like other clubs have. It's like you are the richest club in the world.
Oh, the officially richest club?
Yeah.
Them or PSG?
Them PSG, Real Madrid, well, maybe not even Madrid now, but them PSG, they're up there, aren't they? It's not as if like they've got no money.
Well, if that were one thing about that stand though that done my head in was it got announced the day Everton Stadium got approved. Why are we falling into that? Because for me, I think it was that we announced it. That they were like, yeah, they've invested in us. Yeah, they're going to do the stand. But it was the same day that this stadium got announced for Everton. Do you reckon it was so they can make, yeah, you can have your stadium, but we've got this? Do you reckon it was tit for tat or just coincidence?
I just think it's coincidence. If it's tit for tat, then I'm all for it. I love all that. Yeah, love all that.
I mean, I wouldn't really bother.
I'm made up Everton getting a new ground. Really, I genuinely am. Because it's right on the parade route for the Reds, and there'll be more boozers and more like places for us to bevy in on the parade when we win things.
And I was seeing a few people like laughing on Twitter saying Liverpool fans will be gusted by it, but I'm not. It's got jobs for the city as well, innit? Jobs for everyone in the city.
Yeah. And it benefits us when we're going and celebrating trophies and that, and they're not.
Be good image, like, won't it? Yeah. Their ground in the background.
Can't wait.
So with this summer then, if you have this money off Redbird, who'd you buy? Realistically, who would you like to see come to Liverpool, and who can improve us to go and win the league again next year?
Hard one. You already know I like Calvin Phillips. I think he'd improve us. But then there's the obvious ones that everyone wants, but I don't think will happen, like the Haaland and the Mbappe.
Do you think all we really need is an out-and-out number 9, a midfielder, and maybe back up for Trent?
Yeah. Definitely.
Not even a centre-half?
No, I don't think we need a centre-half. When have you ever known a club to have the 3 main centre-halves injured?
I know, but City have 4, don't they? If you're going by...
But we're not City, though. City...
But that's why they're pissing the league now.
Yeah, but City have 4, and they've got 4 because Laporte got injured, so they went out and bought another one.
That's what I mean, but if we went and bought... Looks like Canate's done. Loads of people saying that's done. And then we got Kabak as well, and then you've got Van Dijk, Gomez, Canate, Kabak. Then that means you play Van Dijk and Gomez in your big games, Champions League, your Prem, but then you use Canate. Or Van Dijk and Canate in big games, then Gomez and Kabak in everything else.
It's all planned, innit? Like, me and you aren't, we don't know what they're thinking and stuff. You just hear it, Liverpool have meant to have signed this player, but until Klopp and the club actually come out and say, yeah, that's a done deal, then I don't believe it, me.
I think Canate would probably get announced if we get knocked out of the Champions League. Like the one with Fabinho. We lost against Real Madrid, didn't we, in the Champions League the next day, they announced Fabinho.
Yeah, I had a massive hangover that day.
So I think if we get knocked out, it's basically, if we get knocked out of the Champions League, people say the season's done. Because it's hard to finish top 4 as much as we think it can happen. You've got to get above West Ham and Chelsea. You've
got to get West Ham and Chelsea to drop points, and for Liverpool
we don't play either.
And for Liverpool to win every game, which I don't think Liverpool will do.
I reckon. The games I reckon we lose are United. That's it. United's the only one I can see us losing. It's away, but...
Tough running for us, because it seems we all expect to beat, but we know for the fact we won't.
Before we go then, give us a score prediction for...
I'm open 2-1 to the Reds. Score prediction, Michael?
3-1. Who's going to score?
Jota, Salah 2.
Who? Jota will score, always does. And Thiago.
I reckon it's going to be 4-0, mate.
You say 4-0 every time I'm on.
Yeah, I know, but the weather's decent. It's Grand National weekend and the Reds just know. It's going to be 4-0.
4-0, mate.
Yeah, nice for coming on. Don't forget to follow our socials, the Redscast Podcast everywhere. Leave a like, rate on YouTube and subscribe, and go and give Jay a follow on Twitter and do his head. Thanks, man.